Hi guys and welcome back. We need to download and install Android Studio in order to produce the APK file. Now the APK file stands for Android Application Package, which is the package file format used by Android operating systems for distribution and installation of mobile apps and middleware. So the first thing we need to do is to download the Android Studio, which is a free program by Google. So if we go to google.com and type in Android Studio download, and the first thing you're going to see is the download Android Studio and SDK tools. The URL address for it is developer.android.com/SDK/index.html. Now I'm going to be downloading the Android Studio for Windows here. So I'm going to click the green button and I need to agree to the terms and conditions and download the program. It's roughly 1.1 gig of space. Now that it has been downloaded, we now need to install it. So hit run, and the installation process is going to start now. Due to the fact that I've already installed the program, I just want to show you how that is done. Really, it's just going to alert me that all the files are going to be deleted and then it's going to be reinstalled again. So I'm just going to click yes. And then next, I agree, and then next, and install. It's got and it's going to start installing all the applications, so extracting all the files now. And now we need to allow access to Android Studio from our Windows firewall. So allow access. As you can see, because I've already installed Android Studio in the past, so it's just taken me to one of my previous projects. Now let's go backwards one step and go back to downloading our mobile source code from the editor. And if you go to the Android version and download it, now you need to save it into your hard drive. And then unzip the folder you've downloaded. Now then we need to go back to Android Studio and then go to File, New, Import Project, and then locate where your project is in, which folder, and then click OK. And wait until your application is being built by Android Studio, and that should take roughly about a minute or so. Now there is one other step which you need to do. You need to go to the SDK manager and then go to the SDK tools. Now I've already, in the resources section, I've highlighted which ones that you need to install. Now before producing the APK file, you need to properly install the SDK tools, the one that I've put in the resources section. So once you've done that, you click OK, and now you're on to producing your first APK code from the Android Studio. Hi guys, and welcome back. When you first start Android Studio, you're going to be greeted with the welcome screen, as you can see here. So what we need to do is we need to go to the right hand side and choose the fourth option, as you can see here, which is importing a project or importing a non-Android Studio project. So we click on the fourth option, and then we need to select the files, the one that you've saved up from your editor or your app editor. And then click OK. And then now the project is going to be built for you. Just a couple of minutes. As you can see, there are two processes running in the background. So if I click on that link, you're going to see that the indices are being generated and the Gradle build is still running. So just waiting a few seconds for that. Now if you want to see your files on here, so all you have to do is go to the left hand side right at the edge here, and you can see your project and you can see all your files here. Now once the processes are complete, you need to go to build and then generate signed APK, and then you need to have the keystroke path. So we need to generate a new. So we need to find a location where you want to save your keystroke file, and make sure it is in a very well-known location for you, because if you're going to be updating your app in the future, you will need that JKS file. That is very, very important. So if I call it test app, click OK. So now the keystroke path, I know exactly where it is, and then I need to put a password. And then I need to put an alias. And then if I want, I need to put my name. I can fill all the other information as well, or just leave them blank and click the OK button. And then click finish, and then give it a minute or so, and your signed APK will be generated, and then we'll be able to publish the app on the App Store. And there you go. As you can see on the top right hand side, generate signed APK. APK generated successfully, and I can see it in the Explorer. So show in Explorer. And there it is, my signed APK file. Now, in order just to see how it looks like before submitting it to the Google App Store, I can test this with a program called BlueStacks, which I've already downloaded. BlueStacks is free for you to download and use, which is a great tool in order for you to test your app locally before publishing it on the Google App Store. So if there is any issues at all, then you can go and fix it prior to submitting it to the world. Hi guys, and welcome back. In this lecture, we're going to go through the Google Play Developer Console and try to submit our first app into the Google Play Store. So the first thing we need to go to is play.google.com/apps/publish. You'll come to this page, and then on the top right hand side, you're going to click the Add New Application button, and you're going to be greeted with this screen. The first thing we need to do is select the default language. Mine is the English United Kingdom, and then put the title, and then if you have the APK ready, then just click on the Upload APK, and then click on the Upload your first APK to production. Browse your files and select your APK file. Once you do that, then that gray icon will become a green tick, so you'll be done with that. After that, you'll go to the store listing, and we've already inserted our title, so now we need to put a short description. Okay, and it will tell us if we exceeded the characters. So any prior knowledge, so we need to put 80 characters, that including the spaces, and then put the full description and try to put as much relevant keywords as you can, otherwise Google will either ban you or disqualify you, or even not bother with your app or promote it for that matter. Try not to overkill your keywords. Try to put as much relevant information as possible and informative for your customers. We then need to go to the graphic assets and upload the screenshots for our app. Add another one. Now all the relevant information are described here, so all the proper dimensions have been mentioned here, so you're not going to struggle at all. And for the tablet, you can upload different screenshots if you wish, or the same if the sizes already apply. Now for the high-res icons, you need to click the high resolution. So now it's telling me that it's 512 by 512. So I need to reattempt that. And this is the right size here. And that should be acceptable. And then the featured graphic and the promo graphic, these will go into your app landing page for the Google Play Store. So make sure you have a fantastic cover image, okay guys? And make sure they are on the correct size. You put the promo graphic here as well, Now for the TV banner, my app is not meant for that, so I'm just gonna ignore it. And now you need to, if you have a promo video, you can put the URL address here and move on to the application type. Mine is an application and it's not games, so it is application. And the category, you choose whatever category fits your application. And the rating, whether if it's high maturity, that means it's meant for adults only. Medium, low, or everyone. Everyone meaning, you know, it's extremely low maturity, or you can put it on low maturity if your app is for anybody. Now the contact details, you put your website address, your email address, your phone number. The privacy policy, you put the URL address, or tick this if you're not submitting that. Okay, once you're done, go right to the top and save draft. Move on to the content rating. It will ask us to upload our APK first before determining the rating of this app. Okay, so I'm just going to move on into the pricing and distribution. Now, depending on what price you're going to put it on, is it paid or free? So I'm just going to leave it as free. I'm going to select every single country. Now you can select whatever countries that you want this app to appear on or not. Okay, so you've got 141 countries you can list your app in. Contains ad. Does your app contains any ad, yes or no? And please, 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 if your app does contain ads, please click the yes button. That is extremely important, otherwise your app will be disqualified. Okay, so my app does not include. So depending on what your app is all about, you can just fill in all the rest of the information. You can save the draft and then move on into the in-app purchase. Now you need to upload your APK file prior to selecting the in-app product or in-app purchase. Now if it's free, then that will be not relevant to you guys. Click on the services and APIs. Now if you wanted to use the push notification, then you need to link a sender ID and you need the GCM API key, and you'll find that in if I go to my back office and go to push, and as you remember, we put our sender ID here, so you take it from here and you insert it here, guys. Okay, so the link a sender ID, that's to enable the push notification, and you get it from the settings API in the back office, and you copy this into here. That's all I need to do in order to enable the push notification. And again, you submit the update, and once you're all ready with this, then you publish your app. Now in the next lecture, we're going to be talking about ranking your app and how you can properly rank your app higher than your competitors. And I'll see you guys in the next lecture.